Is your dog allowed on the beach? You have to make sure you have that answer before you travel to the beach because not all beaches allow dogs to be on them during certain times of the year, especially when it comes to tourist season. When it's high volume season, many of these beaches will say your dog is only allowed out between certain hours, and some of them say not at all during certain weeks or months of the year. So you actually have to do your research first. But how do you do that? Google. Google is going to be your best friend. Whatever beach you're looking to go to, and be very specific about this, type in, can dogs go on XYZ beach at a certain time of year? And you don't have to say a certain time of year, but if you know you're going in July, type it in. They will typically take you to search results, and usually you're going to see the Board of Tourism or something related to that particular beach that will have information on when dogs are or are not allowed on that beach. Some of them clear year round and you're good to go. But some of them will not allow dogs between Memorial Day and Labor Day. That is off limits to dogs, period. Some of them will say between, a certain day and a certain day, Memorial Day and Labor Day, they're allowed on between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., but then between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., they are not allowed on. So there might be specific time frames within those days. It might just be a blanket no for a certain couple of months for that high volume reason. They do not want dogs mixed with a lot of people because that could just lead to very bad things for the people, for the dogs, and for everybody involved. So make sure you know before you go, and make sure you do your job to research that first. And typically you're going to be able to get a solution through Google. If for some reason you can't, call the Board of Tourism. Type in that beach and Board of Tourism. You will be able to find a number or an email or a way to contact them, and you're going to reach out and ask the specific question before you book your trip. Because if you book your trip and you pay for a hotel or a house or wherever it happens to be, and they say no, that's not going to go well for you. So you want to make sure that you have that information. Now, I will say, if you're going to a beach, if you're going to like a popular beach, oftentimes they'll say, no dogs. But the nearby beaches will be less touristy and you will be allowed on those beaches. So you can make the choice of staying at the beach next to it that's like 15 minutes away. You can make the choice of staying on the main beach and just taking your dog to the other beach. You can rent a house on that extra beach and then just go over to the popular beach for part of the day. You have a lot of options here, but I tend to find that on the more popular beaches, if they say no, not during this time period, just going 10 minutes to the left or right, you can usually find somewhere that's going to be more open or more receptive, and it'll be less crowded because all the tourists are on the touristy beach, right? So now you have more space to play, more space to run, and usually they're cleaner, better beaches, usually. So do your research, find out what's going to be dog friendly during the time that you're going to be there, and book your trip at that point. I do a lot of dog travel, so you can follow along. I give hotel reviews, beach reviews, all of those things. If you're traveling to an ocean and you want my perspective on it, if I've been there, I am more than happy to share. I'm also happy to help you do some of that research. If I am traveling and going fun places, it might be somewhere that I want to go as well. So drop your questions on taking your dog to the beach. I have a full playlist on how to keep your dog safe, happy, and healthy while at the beach and making the most of your time, as well as documenting your dog at the beach to get really cool photos of the ocean and the sunset and the sunrise and your dogs and all of the things, plus some warnings that you need to know about certain beaches so that your dog doesn't get into situations that might not be great for them. So go through the entire playlist, drop your questions down below, and follow along for daily videos helping you navigate the world of being a dog parent to help you level up for your pup to give them the best life possible with the least amount of stress on you. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.